like an impromptu live stream on WriterSanctuary. So hopefully I can figure this out here real quick. Maybe I went to the wrong screen. We're already starting off really good. All right. Studio content. Am I streaming to? Okay, I had to make sure I was streaming to the right channel. I have so many. Okay. Control room. Sweet. All right. We'll pop out the chat. Look at that. Minimize that. Minimize that. Everything's looking good so far, ish. All right. Share. Give me the link. Copy. We're gonna share it on social. Why not? And paste. And no, I don't care. Just share now. My God. There we go. Alrighty. So, anyway. Come on. I even restarted my computer recently. God, it's been running like crap. Alright, there we go. Woohoo! We're on! So, anywho, it is July 4th, and I was debating on whether or not I was going to go live tonight. Normally I do on a Monday, but, you know, I don't know. It's been kind of a weird day, so I figured, let's at least do a short one. We're not even going to worry about a topic tonight or a theme. Not like we ever do, but, it is what it is. So we're just going to hang out for a moment. I'm not really sure how many people are going to join us because it is the 4th of July. People are probably out eating, drinking, and having a good time. And so, yeah, there we are. So, anywho, yeah. So, and as soon as I start, hi, Shadow. My co-host is here. What's up? As soon as you hear me talking, you need to be brushed so badly. But she won't let me brush her because she's picky like that, and I'm going to have to shave you, and you're not going to like it. Anyway. Hey, Chris. Hey, what's up? Sorry, I was taking a dump. I figured that's what that emoji was for. Well, not really. So I wasn't sure if you were saying, oh, shit, or that you were taking a shit. Okay, I'm trying to drink my drink, baby. Your breath smells like cat food. Anywho, so, yeah. I'm not really sure, like I was saying, I'm not really sure who's all going to be joining us, with it being 4th of July and all, but, I figured I was going to do a live stream tomorrow, but I'm like, nah, because I want to get back into gaming, streaming on Twitch, so that was supposed to be on Tuesdays, so I figured, let's just go ahead and do a short one now. It's not like, I have a lot of company here that can't entertain themselves, or with Sam. So, cheers, brother. Happy 4th. Happy 4th to you, Chris. And I've got my I got Fireball tonight. I do have one of the most awesome ice creams waiting for me for later, though, because we have a Ninja, and I made a blueberry chocolate with heavy whipped cream in it. And after I mixed it up, I tasted it. Oh, I hope it's even a fraction of what it tasted like. It's going to be good. Probably about 1,000 calories, but it's going to be worth it. Never did catch you for a gaming stream. Will that be tomorrow night or in place of Fit Podcast? No, we'll be doing the fitness podcast thing first thing tomorrow morning. I'm not sure what we'll be talking about. I know Sam said something about wanting to do one of my rants. That's probably going to be on how apps are making us lazy. But the gaming streams are on YouTube on Sunday nights for Colorado Plays, and then Tuesdays and Thursdays on Twitch. That's what I would like to get doing. So, hey, Diana, how's it going? Happy 4th of July to you. Oh, there's a firework emoji. Motherfucker. What was your excuse? Were you taking a dump too? Everybody takes a shit at the same time or what? It is what it is, I guess. Hey, Ada. You didn't change your name, Neo. Um, they don't have an American flag emoji? What the hell? Really? That is... I'm gonna have to look now. Because, like, Twitter does. Where the hell would it be? I don't care about food emojis. I don't know. What kind of food emojis are there? Yeah, look at that. Oh. Whiskey. That's weird that YouTube doesn't have flags. I wonder why. My kid has my phone. Oh, there you go. You're right. I don't see a flag on here at all. Like, we have, like, street signs and splats. Oh, wait. Okay, well, we have rainbow flag, transgender flag, and a pirate flag. Oh, I want a pirate flag. Or maybe... I can do a pirate flag. Trademark. That's weird that I don't have any flags, though. Oh well. Just one more thing that I can gripe out to YouTube about. There's a cat in a box. I'm sitting there looking at emojis. Bird yup me poopy. Good times. Anywho, so what I was saying is that I wasn't sure if I was going to do a live show tonight. There's 2 cats in a box. Huh. But, yeah, I figured, what the hell, why not? So we're not really focused too much on a topic. Unless you guys want to talk about stuff, I'm totally fine with that. Nice haircut. Well, thank you. Got a haircut last week. I think it was last week. And this is what I looked like after I got out of the pool. It was 93 degrees, and I went for a swim. And didn't do anything with it after that. So it's kind of... It flattened out. It happens. But yeah. So, yeah, how's everybody's 4th going? Is everybody having a good time and having a safe 4th of July? The girls were outside swimming and we have like dark clouds rolling in, so that's fun. When I had, let's see, I actually always liked pool hair when I had hair. Yeah. That's what it does after showers too. It flattens out. Ever since I hit, I want to say when I hit 40, it started flattening out all the time. So like after, when I brush your back and it stands up. But before I was 40, it would just do that when I got out of the shower. And now it's like, it goes flat. It's weird. Like my hair decided to do a whole different look after my mental crash. So, oh well. Well, I have COVID. Oh, that's not good. I feel terrible, but I figured that watching the Michael show and seeing my friends would help me feel better. Well, thank you for joining us. I'm sorry you have COVID. I never had it. Well, I think I might have had it for like 2 days. I had a headache. I don't even think it was COVID. I think it was actually the mold. I am immune to most. I can't remember the last time that I was sick from a corona type virus. I don't get sick. I'm immune to everything. That gives me my sensation, or the sense of feeling immortal. Ty's here. I didn't even get notified, man. Yeah, it was just a quick impromptu. We just went live. I didn't even set up a thumbnail or anything. So, I don't know if this is going to stay on or if I'm just going to delete it later. So, welcome. I wasn't sure if I was going to go on. I know that I have people here, but luckily they're mostly here to see Sam, so that's good. I'm not really all that talkative anyway. So, yeah. This is my 2nd time having it. And yes, Michael, I'm the type of person who never gets sick. It's been rough. Oh, that's a bummer. Well, that's crappy. Well, Here's to a speedy recovery. Yeah, last time I was really sick was West Nile. That shit kills you. I'm working on my novel concept for grad school. Saturday, I took my daughter to a trampoline place. Awesome. I love trampoline. We have one that's 21 Jump Street. Something like that. Jump something. I got the ball pit at least 4 times, saving 3 other kids aside from my own. There you go. Dive into the balls to save children. Like a hero. You need an S on chest. Superwoman. Dun, ba, da, bum. Bird has been staying in the nest. Yeah, I got COVID once. I ended up getting Sam and my sister sick. Yeah. Yep, he brought it back from Utah. Fucked everybody's world up. And I didn't get it. He got to everybody else, but not me. See, that's just it. I am vaccinated. I got vaccinated just to put Grandpa Dan's mind at ease because I do spend a lot of time with Grandpa. So I did get vaccinated because he does have lung issues already. So I figured, I don't ever go anywhere. But, let's just be safe than sorry. And after being exposed to Sam twice when she had it, it bounced off me like a rubber ball. So, like I said, I seriously can't remember the last time I got sick from a corona type virus. So, good times. I'm immortal. I'm telling you, I am a deity. But it was so early. Let's see. I don't know if I've had it. I suspect that we did. It was the first or second month of COVID in 2020. Everyone in the house got sick, one after another. That's how it was at my house. But it was so early that there was no testing available, and hospitals wanted everyone to stay home if they had mild symptoms. See, and everybody in my house got really sick at the very beginning of January. So at that point, we had no idea. And so Grandpa Dan was like on his deathbed, and Joy had to come down and threaten to take him to the hospital. Sam was sick for like a week and a half. The girls were both down. I had a headache, but I think the headache came from, we lived in a really crappy apartment, or not apartment, but a house that was covered in mold. Like, not covered in mold, but like the carpets were always molded because there was a water leak that the landlord never gave a shit about. We even sent him pictures. Like, this is leaking. You better do something about it. It ruined one of my bookshelves. But anyway, we had a really bad mold problem. And at that point, that's when it was starting to affect me. So I think the mold spores were getting to me. So I didn't even get sick. But the girls, Sam and Grandpa Dan, all were a mess. So, and I think Grandpa was out for 3 weeks. So, yeah. I think it was March for us, but symptoms were like regular cold, so we all just wrote it out. Yeah, that's what we just figured it was. We had no idea. Those ball pits are dangerous, man. Yeah, they are. Drowned in balls. Sounds like a Pornhub video. Anyway, yeah, it was January for us, and then once the vaccine came out, everybody went out and got it, and I still, to this day, I am invincible. Yeah, ball pits were the best thing when I was a kid. I don't remember getting to play in the ball pits when I was a kid. I think I missed out. As a parent, though, they were a nightmare, and to think of the germs in there, oh hell no. Right? You don't know what's at the bottom of that ball pit. I've hung out with 3-year-olds. I know what's at the bottom of that ball pit. He came to work knowing that he was sick, so I'm going to report him. Oh, really? I hate, I can see going to work sick because you're desperate for the cash. Like, I've been in that position before where I worked through a torn rotator cuff. I walked to work in a blizzard. They sent me home because I got hypothermia from it. But there's times where, you need the cash, so you got to get to work. But Nowadays, you have like sick leave and stuff like that. So I don't see the sense in going and infecting everybody else. It just might as well just stay home and get better. Because even if you go to work because you need the cash, you're not going to be at your best. You're going to be sluggish as shit. You're going to be very ineffective at your job. Not to mention, you're running the risk of getting everybody else sick, making them inefficient at their job. So, as a business owner, it would be in my best interest to make sure that you stay the fuck home and get better. I don't want you anywhere near my business. But not all business owners think the way I do, so this man child gets paid a decent salary whether he comes in or not. Well, there you go, see? Then there's no reason to go in unless you're just trying to be a douche. And I don't know. I guess I think about other people more. I'm more of a philanthropist than I am a capitalist, so I've gone to work sick at every single job I've had. Yeah, I've done it too. Sick policies were a joke. If you took sick days, you were a loser and not a team player. Um, so I never get sick. So I used to get sick leave at IRS. So we'd get 4 hours of annual, 4 hours of sick leave every payday. And so every other Friday, I would call in sick because I get paid for it. I don't go anywhere. I'm never sick. So every other Friday, I had a 3-day weekend. And there's nothing they could do about it because they gave it to you. So I go in, and my manager's all, one of these days you're going to be sick and you're going to really need those hours. I'm like, no, I'm not. Never did. So, yeah. I got it in October, and at the most, it was just tired with cold symptoms. Yeah, it seems like it's variable for a lot of people. Plus, we needed the money too. Who can afford to take sick days? Not this guy. Yep. That's why, like, I never get sick, but I have had times where I would go, like, injured. Shit. Oh, and then this is how dedicated I am. I think it was shortly after I started the channel, I got an inner ear infection that, like, it was nasty, super pussy. It was bad. I was constantly at 104 temperature. It was right before my son committed suicide. And so that whole month of, let's see, October, September, October. So September was painful. It was bad. It was this ear here. And I still got up and still tried to push through my work, even though my boss was like, you could take some time off. I'm like, yeah, but if I did that, then everything would fuck up. I can't take time off because I know when I come back, it's going to be butchered. That's why I don't take vacations. Well, why I didn't take vacations before when I was running the computer center, because every time I come back, even from taking a weekend off camping, people, I don't know what they would do to my store, but it would take me 3 days to go through the financial information and fix everything. I'm like, Jesus Christ, people, it's not that hard to run a cash register. Anyway, so that's why I never take time off. Once you come to work if they're sick, no, I agree with that. I used to work with a cold. I'll bring cold medicine, hand wipes, and sanitizers, no big. I wouldn't, I'm trying to think of, I don't remember actually being sick at work. Except for like, well, let's see, I got West Nile, and I think I was freelancing when I got West Nile. The ear infection was a couple years ago. Oh my God, I can't remember if I actually ever gone to work with a cold. I can't remember the last time I got a cold. Huh. I am immortal. I actually hate this guy. Oh, yeah, I would too. It sounds like a dick. I agree. Every company says in their employee handbook, or just as a policy, but they say and what they do are two different things. Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully COVID has changed that, but I don't know. I agree. A lot of bosses want you to come to work half dead. But like I said, as a business owner, I can see the other side of the coin. And I would rather you not. Not only are you putting the rest of my employees at risk, but you're not going to be efficient anyway. And we're just going to wind up having to fix your crap. So you might as well just stay home, get better, and come back to work healthy. Anyway, so I realized that I needed to expand my book. I think the end of part 2 is actually going to be the end of this book, and it will continue with Nick's Crown of Shadows. Well, cool. However you get it flowing, dude. Whatever works for the story. That's why I was just gonna make Kingmaker a single book, but then after I started writing it, there's a lot more that I want to go into. So I'm like, this is gonna be a series. So that's why I'm writing a series. So I'm not gonna write a big ass book like The Stand. So I'm gonna break it up into 4 books. I dealt with people who would take off if they got a paper cut. Yeah. Any excuse will do. You would think that COVID would change that, and technically managers are supposed to tell their employees to leave if they are experiencing symptoms. Yes, but then a lot of the businesses look at the bottom line. There'll be a man down, making them slower, which still, like I said, you're going to be inefficient anyway, so I don't get it. I don't see it. Then again, I'm not a money-grubbing fuckturd either. Me to Neo, even when I was a supervisor at Kids Club in a gym, I'd go through airborne and cough drops like crazy to cover up symptoms. The manager wouldn't freak out if I showed up. When I come back, I'll have to fix all the new mistakes he's made. Yep. Something to look forward to. Think of it this way, Diana. I was thinking about the other day. Like, you're complaining about, about having to fix all the guys' fuck-ups. And it just dawned on me. Think of it as job security. If you keep fixing all of his stuff and he keeps working there, you'll always have a job. So, there you go. Positive lining. Oh yeah, and then after the Kingmaker series, you can do prequel series 2. I'm not going to say anything more. Once you read Kingmaker, you'll see you'll understand. Everything will fall into place like almost instantly. So, I'm pretty excited for it. I don't think I could ever compare what I do with that of Stephen King, but I'll try. Well, don't try to compare yourself to Stephen King. A, he's been doing it for a hell of a lot longer than you have. B, like I said before, you can't expect your first book to be a bestseller. Like I said, it's gonna be really hard to get going. So don't have high aspirations. Don't want to give up, but you also need to be realistic. But yeah. Swing for the fences, but keep your feet on the ground. Chris, my boss didn't care because the backup clerks were lazy, so they would rather have me there sick and get the job done right. It's already in the works. Oh, my prequel. I'm not going to say anything, guys. That's not going to happen. You're going to have to wait until Kingmaker comes out. You'll see. Dante, if you love writing, then go for it, man. I don't feel like you got to knock it out of the park with your first book or even your 10th. It might take you 10 books just to find your voice. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm not trying to discourage you. I'm just saying you want to keep your goals realistic. In other words, you can swing for the fences, but keep your feet on the ground. What that means is that you can put in all the gusto you want. Just make sure you're standing on firm ground. You don't want to fall down. So be grounded in reality, but still try your best. So you're right, Michael. I do have job security. I know it could be much worse. Exactly. Especially with us having into a recession. There's a lot of people going to be, I don't know. It could be worse. I guess we'll just have to find out how things go. Cross our fingers. Love Fireball. But anywho, I've written light novels before, but I got insecure and deleted them all. I know that better than anybody you'll ever know. You're too much like your dad. Your mom and I got into one bitch kitty of a fight because I was working on a story back when I think you were like one or two, and it was an epic, very depressing tale, but it was brilliant. And I got pretty far into it, and your mom and I were fighting one day, and I just had enough, and I deleted it, and she lost her shit. If I wouldn't have deleted most of the stuff I've ever done, I probably would be like way, way beyond where I'm at now. So use me as an example. You don't want to spend your life deleting shit that you think is sucks. I wrote a blog post recently. I can't remember if it was for Buy Me a Coffee or for WriterSanctuary, where I said something to the effect of, you would have to be quite arrogant to believe that you know what people want to read. And so you think it sucks and you delete it. Let your audience decide. You don't know what Joe Blow's going to like. You could write something that you think is complete garbage that someone's going to absolutely love. Even the worst story ever written has a cult following now. So just focus on your audience. Everybody has a fan base. Just depends on how you find them. And yeah. I love your stories about my childhood that I can't remember. Well, yeah, you were like 2. How the hell would you remember that? Welcome to the blog. I've deleted more of my content than I've ever published. Yeah, I think we all have. A lot of us have. A lot of writers who suffer through imposter syndrome have deleted more than they've actually ever published. And I published hundreds of blog posts and videos, so, you don't have to publish everything, but at least save it on a file or printout. Think of it like a sketchbook. Someday it'll be cool to look back and see your progress. Yeah, or you can look back and cringe from it. Like when I look at 7. Like, I have to finish writing Kingmaker just so that I can rewrite 7 so I can stop cringing from... The story itself is solid. It's the grammar, not necessarily the grammar, but the word choices, I think. I could have done a way better job, especially with everything I know now. So I'm looking forward to rewriting 7. So now I'll probably be laughing. Yeah, see, right? I'm telling you, it's cringy. You go back and look at it like, ugh, seriously? So I am going to redo 7. I will redo Predator and Prey. I think I'm going to turn Predator and Prey into a full book. Begin the end, I think I'm going to... I want to polish it up, but I want to like expand it, because it was part of a contest for sci-fi, a what if. And so I like the premise behind the story, so I think I'm going to expand on that what if to a full book for Wattpad. So I'm pretty excited for that. So yep, I am that way with game design and sketching. I just want everything to be really good. Everybody does, and then you start thinking to yourself that it's not going to be. So here's a good example of what I'm talking about, Ty. Like when I was writing for Text Broker, I would turn in articles that I thought for absolute sure were going to come back for revision requests. They were done late at night, and I'm thinking to myself, this is trash. It's coming back. So I hit submit, and the next morning, not only did the client accept it, but they rated it as 5, or I think it's 4 stars for your max that you can get. Glowing reviews. What they note and said, this is exactly what I want, thank you very much, and they gave me a $17 tip on a $5 article. And all I could think to myself was, wow, you guys must like garbage. But that's my point, is that just because you think it sucks doesn't mean that your target audience doesn't believe it's the most amazing thing you've ever written. So don't think just because you think it sucks, don't believe that everybody else is going to as well, because you don't know. You're getting gems here between your dad and Chris. Yeah. Well, he's in my corner. That's why I came to Colorado. I've always been in your corner. I am rough, Ty. I'm pretty tough, but I am fair. And I don't placate to, some stuff that your mom does. I know you can do it all. You just have to decide you want to. And you're doing great, so that comment makes me happy. Michael's a good guy. I try to be. Doesn't always come out that way, but I try. It could be far worse, I guess. Then again, everything in life can be far worse. Yeah, this ugh, little fruit flies. That's what happens when you compost. Yeah. Mm. But yeah, so I'm gonna. So instead of what I've been doing is, especially after I published a Freelancer's Tale, is anytime I start a story or think of an idea, I made a deal with myself that I would never delete another story ever again. That I would publish it, and if I didn't think it was worth selling on Amazon, then I'll publish it on Wattpad or Inkit or another free platform. Um, but that's how you build an audience, especially since, like I said, you don't know who is going to like your work. Of course, the opposite is true. You could think that something that you wrote is the most amazing piece of literature ever done, and then you wind up getting 1-star reviews from Amazon, and they just bomb you with it. But you never know. That's the whole gist of it, is that you will miss 100% of the shots you do not take. So even if you hit 30% of them, that's still better than none at all. I had a professor tell me that my drawing is really bad. I didn't draw anything for 2 years after that. My stepdad used to say that I couldn't sing for shit, so I stopped singing. It took me a long time before I sing in front of people, and I still don't do karaoke. So sometimes the right comment can really sting. So in fact, I feel weird about doing the audiobook on YouTube. That's how I don't know. I think my voice is kind of bland. So that sucks, Bird. I hate teachers who dump on their students like that. Like, why even be a teacher if you're going to be like that? I prefer to build people up. Yeah, exactly. Like, my favorite teachers are like Mr. Warner. Mr. Warner was awesome. Mr. Newman, he's the one who kept in. Mr. Newman's probably one of the biggest influencers of my career. In 7th grade, Mr. Newman used to let me type stories out instead of doing the actual work in class, because the length of the story, it was typing class, by the way, the length of the story would show how fast I am as a typist, and the accuracy and spelling of the words would show him that my keystrokes are also, my fingering is also still on par. So he would let me write whatever I wanted. And so I would come up with a new story every day for, I think I had his class for 3 months. And he kept going. He told me that I should keep writing. Unfortunately, I didn't. I went into data entry and I did a lot of typing jobs, but this is the first time I've actually became a writer. It was 2012. So that was like 30 years after the fact. So I should have listened. But yeah, there's some good teachers out there. I had professors tell me I'm on the right track, bad or just okay. I tried to change my major, but a decade later I got my bachelor's in English. Well, there you go. Huzzah. It's more than what I got. It's true, Michael, but you have a great narrator voice. Haters gonna hate. Yeah, Sam said that too. Like, we were talking about narrators for some of the audiobooks that they listen to, the people that are here. And I'm like, I told her, I don't like the way I sound. And she said that I have a decent narrator voice. So I'm like, yeah, but I don't know if I could take your word for it because we used to be together. So I don't know if you're just trying to get my pants or if you're telling me the truth. Cal's teacher that Dad had was the same way. Which one? Because I had Mr. Whitaker. I think Mr. Whitaker is one that Kyle had. What? Right? I love Mr. Whitaker. Mr. Whitaker was a shit when I was in high school. Like, when I dropped out of high school, it was my last report card said A minus FFFB plus, and that's because I went to physics and chemistry with Mr. Warner. I did wind up going back and get my GED, and I did I was in college for a while, but I couldn't afford to keep paying tuition because the financial department screwed me raw. But um, yeah, that's the only two classes I went to were physics and chemistry because they were the hardest and they did challenge me. Nothing else did, and I got bored. And Mr. Whitaker had a way of keeping me engaged. So I wish all teachers were like that. He knew how to keep me going. It was I learned all kinds of cool stuff. So my English teacher when I dropped out though was a coach who needed a filler job, and his version of teaching English was writing I think like 10 or 15 words on the chalkboard, because we didn't have whiteboards when I was in school, on the chalkboard, and then had us look up the definitions in the dictionary and write them 10 times each. That was it. Like, that's not English, that's spelling. Like, I want to learn English. So I was sorely disappointed in that. I think they should have pushed for more. Oh fuck, I don't know if they were doing AP style back when I was in high school. But he didn't even go over any of the other stuff either. So, that's what happens when you have a coach teach English. Then we had another coach teach math. And that was a joke. Anyway, Michael, it's okay. You don't have to like your voice. Just read books for Audible or keep doing books like Despair, and I'll be there to listen. You can trust me because you and I never dated. There we go. That is true. I do have, see, I have the next episode of Despair. It's already been written and it's already been edited. All I gotta do is record it. So I'm gonna do that on Wednesday, and then I'm doing the new episode on Thursday. So I'm gonna be a week ahead for Despair. So that's gonna be kind of cool. So, but I was thinking about trying Audible. I just don't have anything that's completely done. Like with Despair is a work in progress. I write each episode each week, and then I upload it to Wattpad for the entire book. So eventually it will be a done, finished book, but I don't have anything that's absolute finished. Kingmaker will be the first thing my first fictional book that I'll have completely done. So that's kind of exciting, really. I had a high school gym coach teacher like that too. I think we all have. He spent most of his time watching highlight reels while we all just screwed the period away. Easy A. Yeah, dude, same here. I love Despair. And your pants are the last place I ever want to be. He says that now. I feel like the comments a dig on my. I feel like that comment's a dig on my mother. If it is, then I'm on the side of it. There's a lot of resentment towards your mom. I'm sorry. Yeah. Anywho, I would like for Despair eventually. I would like to see about getting some voice acting in it, but I can't quite afford that yet. So I'm gonna have to keep doing it. I like the sound effect that I added to the to McGrath's voice on the last video when he told everybody to be quiet. There's a lot of cool stuff you can do in Premiere, so I think I'm going to try doing a little bit more of that. Like with Narok, the dagger, I increased the bass and add a flange. No, I don't add the flange to Narok, just the bass. The spirit, not the skeleton, but the spirit, his voice is what's done with a flange. And the flange came out awesome. So I'm going to keep that for him. So yeah, I'm still playing around with stuff. Kind of cool. I need to start writing everything down so that all the succeeding episodes are all the same. Because some of them I have to turn up the volume on me. Some of them I have to drop the music down. I mean, it's all over the map. I think a big part of that is because I record more than just Despair on it. So like I do the live streams on Mondays here. I do the Twitch gaming. So there's different settings for that. And then I have to go back to changing the settings back for Despair. So It's a convoluted mess. I would love to have just one computer for each thing. That'd be great. Then I wouldn't have to fuck with anything. Just sit down and hit record. Anywho, so see how you guys doing on writing goals for July and for the last half of the year. I wrote like 500 words total this week. Oh, you're supposed to write 500 a day, dude. So I'm 3,000 words behind. How about you? Well, I am still on track to definitely write more than I did last year. It was officially supposed to start today for finishing Kingmaker by August 31st, but it was 4th of July. So what I'm going to do is do the 865 words tomorrow. Just get back on track of keeping up with my goal to finish writing it, and then Saturday pick up the slack that I missed today. So I'm looking forward to it. So should I try the same thing with Nyx just to test it out? Try what thing with Nyx? Like narrating it on YouTube? I'm not sure what you're asking. But let's see. Aside from that, I think it's my two biggest goals, right? I wanted to finish Kingmaker by August 31st. Then we'll spend September editing, and it'll be a Halloween book. But I want to try to get it done before then, because I would love to turn 7 into a Halloween book. So, narrating it, well, you can, I would say, try it first, and see how you sound with it, because, yeah. It's yeah. No, I don't know. Also, you could think about doing Kindle Vella too. Kindle Vella will let you do episodes, but it's not audible, or it's not a audio file. It's essentially a 2,000 word clip, like I'd write for Despair. And I was debating on putting Despair on Kindle Vella, but I thought, nah. That'll let you write boosts at a time, but yeah, I don't know. When it comes to narrating it, the reason why I decided to do it is because I wanted to try recapturing the 1920s radio shows, and so I need to find voice acting. I want to do the background sound effects. Like there's a whole purpose behind why I'm doing Despair the way I'm doing it. It's more than just reading the book. So they have voice notes in your phone these days. Record your voice reading something and see how you sound. There you go. That's a good one. Or just like your computer. Well, as soon as I get your computer back to you, do the recording on it. Or I would say go back and look at some of your Twitch streams, but it's different when you're just talking like this, as opposed to actually reading a book. So, good job, Neil. Let's see. Have you started writing it? Actually, he is like, I think, Ty, you're done with one of them, right? Or close to being done with one of your books? Writing and crying. Yeah. I think we all got derailed a bit. What the fuck are we talking about? I really need lighting. I'm looking at, like, it's so dark behind me. Oh, I didn't turn the light on. Oh well. I wasn't planning on doing a long show. I was just going to be on for half hour. It's getting darker, so we might be wrapping it up soon so that I can actually do dinner. I haven't eaten yet, and we were supposed to do fireworks, so. Everybody take a shot. Let's get started. Let's restart. Okay. Welcome. It's Monday night. Wow. Take a shot. My mind just erased. All right. So yeah. Well, I'm glad we all kind of got a chance to hang out. I wasn't sure if anybody was going to be on, to be honest. I didn't know that poor Diane is sick. That's a real bummer. So yeah, well, that was going to be a short story, but with what I want to write, it's going to be a novel, a drama. Ooh. See, that's some of the best stuff starts out like that, like with Despair. Now, Despair was going to start off just something simple, something fun that I've never done before, something I can easily write at my leisure and whatnot. And then the story kind of, well, the story took a life of its own. And ever since then, it like opened all kinds of doors to a bunch of other stuff. And so, which is funny because it's going to be out of order. But, yeah. So it's kind of funny how just something short can morph and change and become something far more grand. So I'm pretty excited for what's about to happen. As for writing goals, I finished part 2. I just need to edit and add a few chapters, and the book will be finished if I plan to do the sequel. Oh, cool. See? Awesome. How old are you again? I'm pushing 50 and I still feel like I haven't even started living life yet. I'm 46 and I still have no idea what the hell I want to be when I grow up. Ty is in his early 20s. So, yeah. I wish I would have had all this cool stuff. I wish that I would have had all of this cool stuff at everybody's disposal nowadays back when I was 22. God, can you imagine how great I could be by now? But no, when I was 22, the internet was in its infancy. We were using either Google, Yahoo, or Lycos for search. Oh my God, that was a long time ago. Who had a Angel Fire page? 23 Dad. I know how old you were. I said early 20s, didn't I? So I'm right. I know how old you are because I was there when you were born. Don't let anyone hold you back from trying what you're interested in doing. Just keep putting in the hours. Yeah. But yeah, like I said, though, you have to also be realistic. It's like I wrote about earlier. Was it today or yesterday? I've seen so many people who will quit their jobs, a guaranteed paycheck, so that they can do YouTube or Twitch. And they wind up failing because they can't bring in enough money. That's why I say keep your feet on the ground. Have realistic expectations. Don't think that just because you're going on YouTube or Twitch that you're going to make bank. Don't sacrifice a guaranteed paycheck until you can. So that's what my biggest issue is that Ty is interested in a lot of different stuff, but he has a habit of jumping from one thing to another. And I think you'd be great at anything you do. You just need to pick something to do. And I'm really proud that you're finishing your book. I think it's pretty exciting, and hopefully things go great, but also make sure you keep your feet on the ground. 21 or 24 could have been early 20s, Dad. Yeah. And I'm sorry that I wasn't trying to dox my son. His full name, social security number. Anyway. So I think we should probably think about wrapping it up. I do have company, and I can hear the girls talking. So I don't want to be a complete ass. And I am hungry. I haven't eaten at all. And I was actually thinking, it could be a quick 30-minute show. We can just hang out and have a good 4th of July. It's getting pretty dark outside, so you don't even know my social security. Or don't I? Actually, I don't think I do. I think I think your mom got that after we split up. But I can tell you exactly what room he was born in. I hate it when I need 3 beers and only have 2. Oh, see? Should have grabbed 3. Hey, Ron shows up just as we're getting ready to go. How's it going, Ron? How's your 4th of July going? I don't have any beers. I don't either. Don't feel bad. I don't like beer, actually. I am a big whiskey fan. And scotch. Drambuie. I don't have any monies. Oh, see? You know what I'm going to say, don't you? I won't dig at you. It's all good. You're on Happy Independence Day, dude. Good, but I was running late. You know, it happens. I was debating on not doing a show tonight, so it's all good, Ron. I have apple juice. Awesome. Annika, my 15-year-old, wanted apple sparkling cider. That's what it is. So, bought her some sparkling cider because everybody else was drinking. It's like, well, that's nice. Hopefully she keeps that responsibility. Who knows? Oh, but yeah, so let's wrap this up before people start yelling at me. You can't tell me anything that I don't tell myself every damn hour, every damn day. But I love you. You good friend. I love you too, Chris. Yeah, I won't go into it, but you know. So, hey guys, have a great week. Yep, let's go ahead and wrap this up. Let's have an awesome week. This was just an impromptu, what the hell ever. Just throw it out there. We got some good stuff going on. I actually have a couple of ideas for videos this week, so I'll actually upload for a change. Holy shit. Right? And yeah, so we're going to be doing all kinds of goodness. So a little bromance in full effect. Right? Anyway. I love everybody. But only Chris has my number. Anyway. As long as you don't text me at 3 in the morning, you up? No. Have a great week, everybody. Sorry you missed out, Ron, but keep pounding the keyboard. See you next Monday. See you next Monday. I got them digits, yo. So let's have a great week. We'll come up with something good for Monday and make up for it. But have a safe and happy Friday or 4th of July, and enjoy. But also remember why we have the 4th of July in the first place. It makes a difference. So thank you guys for hanging out with me. I love y'all, and I will see you Monday. If I can figure out how to shut this off, because I started it way different than normal. So it is so dark behind me. Holy fuck, I didn't turn the brightness up. My cheeks are fat.